And we're live. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and everyone. We are live from Belgium, and
Atlanta, Georgia.
isn't it amazing how
It
this
is.
technology is really bringing us closer together? I
Yep.
just love this. So today, this week, it's only the duo as well. We welcome you to the Soul Trio. And we are going to talk about very, very intriguing, exciting. Actually, I love this episode. We're going to talk about fear and how to overcome fear. I just love talking about it because I'm so excited today. You know that, Kate. When you step out of fear and take action immediately, it opens doors, not only doors, even windows, opportunities, because we step out of our comfort zone. And I'm just so amazed how I am growing by stepping out of my comfort zone.
Yes, there's so much abundance available to us if we can start overcoming our fears. And I wanted to start this video with a quote from Les Brown that says, "Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears." And that to me is such a powerful thing. We don't often think about really why we feel so stuck, but usually fear is behind why we feel stuck. So I just wanted to ask you, Krystle, what do you think the number one thing is that people can do to start overcoming their fear that they have that's keeping them back from prosperity?
Well, first of all, I think they need to decide, to make a decision, to make things happen. Because you if you have something that you want to do, or a decision that you need to make, and you still have this fear, it's blocking you from all the opportunities. So making a firm decision and knowing yourself, knowing who you are, is actually very important. Because when you don't know yourself, we are bombarded with so many information and so many negative news, which will make us even doubt even more, fear even more. And so it's best that we know ourselves first and step out of that comfort zone that we are.
Yes, I love that. And I'm going to take it one step further because I think that's very true what you say, that first you have to make a decision. To me, that means that you have to decide basically how bad do you want this thing, because your desires got to overcome that fear. So I see that in two categories. So there are a lot of things in life that get us all fired up and we want to do it. And sometimes that's easier to step out and actually conquer your fears. But then I think we have a lot of things in lives that we don't do because we're fearful, but our desire is just not there. It's just like, yeah, I'd like to do that, but. So I think it's important to first recognize where your level of desire is that will help you combat this fear. And second of all, realize that the ones that you have the most desire for, that if you start taking those baby steps towards overcoming your fear on them, that will help snowball, give you more confidence and the ability to be more willing to step out to conquer those lesser desires that you still want to do. So it's really important, like Krystle said, first decide that how bad do you want this? Where's your desire level? And then let that help you build some momentum at conquering these fears. And the second component to this for me is Fear is all about not understanding or having maybe not the whole perception of what's holding you back. So if I'm fearful about something, it usually means that I don't know everything that's involved in making the decision or being able to move forward. So studying, learning is that key component. Once you make that decision, like Krystle said, then you need to start studying. What do I need to know to understand better, to not be so fearful, to step forward? Would you agree with that, Krystle?
Yes, I do agree. That burning desire is the essential key to moving forward and making that first step, and let and have that what's that called? Well, well, for me it's like this. When we were young, we wanted to be present for our kids. So when our kids arrived after our wedding, we made the decision to be present for that, because our burning desire is to be there for them whenever they need us, because we didn't have, like I said before over and over again, our parents work abroad, we were left behind with our grandparents, so we had that burning desire to be able to be there for them, to be present for our children the way that our parents were not there. And I think we conquered all fear when starting the business that we had. We didn't know anyone, we didn't have experience, we were employees as well. We are not rich, but with that burning desire and stepping forward, making the decision is really the the first step that we really had to make. So yeah, that's why it's important to move forward and know what you really want. Yes. And so that's why, yeah.
Back.
Okay. Yes. So that's why I wanted to, I really loved when you proposed that we talk about fear, because having fear is normal.
Yeah.
We are humans. There are so many information around us that makes us even more scared. And so most of us, we are just afraid to make that step, to start that business, to venture into that business, or to ask things, to buy that house or whatever. So yeah, that's why it's very important.
Yep, and I'll just finish up my portion by saying that if you don't know where to start with your fear, start by asking yourself these questions, because questions always have answers. So if there's something that you're afraid of doing, but you want to do it, get out a piece of paper and write down, what would help me make this decision? What do I need to know? What answers do I need to have? And just start listing them. And all of a sudden you will see the information that you need to study or learn that will help you overcome your fear. And that's a great way just to break it down in simple terms, because a lot of times I think what we kind of block ourselves. We just have that fear and we don't think any deeper into it. But if you take out a piece of paper and say, okay, what if I succeeded at this? What information would I need to know in order to succeed? And if you write those down, all of a sudden you will start to see when you ask a question, you can find the answer. So again, I just want to say, remember, fear is all about having the desire to overcome it and then taking the time to study, to learn, to build yourself up. And also, don't worry about what other people think. If you have the desire to do it, actually, I challenge yourself to pat yourself on the back if you go through this process to study and learn and step out. because you're doing something that most people won't do. So you're being courageous by taking that step to learn and put yourself out there.
Yes, I love that. Being courageous is really putting yourself out there. I remember the time when Sylvia challenged me to do the video, because I was so afraid of going in Facebook Live and YouTube and whatsoever. I see people around me doing it without any problem. And I said, I want to do that as well. But I was so afraid. I was so afraid of what other people would think of me, of what other people would say. And that hindered me. And when I started doing live, people are saying, thank you very much. I needed that encouragement that day. So step out of your fear. You are going to help someone by stepping out of that fear, stepping out of that comfort zone, because people are inspired by what you do. You are always being watched. One person always watches you. So it's essential that we step out.
Yes, we are meant for so much more. Don't be complacent. Go for it. We only have one life, so live it to the fullest.
Yes, and that's what when they say YOLO, you only live once.
Yeah.
You only die once, but you live every day. I believe that's better put. And yeah, that's why we need to go out there and add value to other people. Just do it afraid, because you never know who you will be able to touch through your message, through your business, through whatever your burning desire is. And I would like to quote Les Brown again. Here he said, the wealthiest place on earth, on the planet, is the graveyard. Because in the graveyard, we will find inventions that we were never exposed to, ideas, dreams that never became a reality, hopes and aspirations that were never acted upon. So I encourage you to act on your dreams, on your ideas, and expose yourself, because you are going to make a difference in this world.
Yes, I love it. Thank you, Krystle.
Thank you, Kate. Have a good day. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.